Hi, and welcome to Kids in the Kitchen. We decided that since we couldn't come out into the community and bring Kids in the Kitchen to you, we would bring you to our home, and so here we are. So welcome to my home. I'm Chris Kendall. I'm the Family Consumer Sciences Extension Educator with Tuscarawas County, and today we're going to be making fruit salsa. This has become one of my family's favorites, and so my kid in the kitchen is actually running the camera, and a little bit later we're going to be having Paula, who is our exchange student, is going to be joining us, and she's going to make some amazing cinnamon chips to go with our fruit salsa. The first thing we always have to do, Allie's telling me, is wash our hands. And so I'm going to head over here to the sink, wash my hands quick, and I'll be right back to tell you about the ingredients that we need for our fruit salsa. Washing our hands is really important. So we're going to turn on our water and have comfortably warm running water. Wet both hands. Apply soap, and we're going to scrub our hands for about 10 to 15 seconds. Some people like to do the happy birthday song or ABCs, or there are songs that you can do that are made up that go along with washing hands. But there we go, about 10 to 15 seconds. Rinse my hands, again with nice warm running water. Dry with this single-use paper towel. And then I'm going to use that paper towel to go ahead and turn off my water. And we're ready to head back to our food so we can prep for our fruit salad. So here we are, back at the table and ready to prep our fruit salad. The ingredients that we need are 1 medium orange, 1 apple, kiwi, you can use 2 or 3, and then we're also going to need 1 cup of pineapple, so we're going to use about half of this pineapple, and then also 1 cup of strawberries. And so we're going to use about a half of this container of strawberries. Let's talk about how we cut each of these fruit. So first we're going to cut our orange. Here I have my medium orange on a nice cutting board. I'm going to cut it in half, and then what I like to do is to actually cut this part into quarters. Turn it around it, cut that into quarters, and then I'm going to take one of these wedges and I'm going to cut that into little segments. And then very carefully cutting those segments off. So there are a number of ways you can do this, but that's the method that I prefer. So the next fruit that we're going to add is our kiwi. Let me show you how to cut your kiwi. We're going to cut the ends off and discard those. Then I'm going to use a peeler, and cutting away from myself, I'm going to peel down the kiwi. Now that we have the rind cut off of the kiwi, I'm going to cut it into quarters. And then I'm going to cut those quarters again, kind of like what we did with the orange. And then we're going to cut it into little segments. Okay. Next, we're going to cut our apple. And to do this, I'm going to use a nice tool here. It is going to core and slice my apple. I'm going to pull these little pieces off. Now these can be very sharp, so you want to be very careful with that. And then I'm going to cut my apple into little tiny pieces. Now I leave the peel on the apple when I do this because there's lots of good fiber and nutrients in the peel of that apple that we lose if we take the apple peel off. Next, we're going to cut the pineapple. We need 1 cup of pineapple, so we're going to go ahead and just cut that right into the cup measure there. It's going to be about half of the pineapple, so I'm going to guesstimate about there. Put the rest of that back. And to cut the pineapple, what I typically do is to cut small wedges. And then I cut the small wedges into little pieces for the fruit salsa. I want all the pieces to be nice and tiny. Next, we're going to cut our strawberries. I've gone ahead and I've rinsed the strawberries. It's really important that we make sure that we rinse our fruit, and so just a little bit warmer than the fruit itself would naturally be is the temperature that we want to use to rinse those fruits. So now that they're rinsed, they're ready to cut. For my strawberries, I'm going to cut the tops off the strawberry, and then I'm going to quarter my strawberry, and then cut that into small pieces. Now that we have all of our fruit cut, let's do a quick review. We're going to add to our fruit salsa 1 medium orange, 1 apple, 2 or 3 kiwis depending on their size, 1 cup of strawberries, and 1 cup of pineapple. Oh, the pineapple doesn't want to come out of there. Then we're going to grab a spoon, stir our fruit salsa, and the very last step is that we're going to put about a tablespoon of lemon juice into our fruit salsa. So here's our lemon juice and tablespoon. I'm just going to sprinkle that onto my fruit salsa. And there it is, ready to serve and enjoy. I hope that you love our fruit salsa as much as my family does. Next, we're going to be showing you how to bake cinnamon chips to go with it. They're a great complement and make it taste just wonderful.